Is there a message from this godly encounter that can pacify this world of mind, spirit, soul? Yeah, of course there's a message. The message is everything is okay. And that message kind of upsets all qualities of mind, except those that see life as everything is okay. Meaning everything is pure, balanced, flowing freely, and just taking shape, changing as it is meant to be. But within that message, the subsequent messages are, if that's the case, then that message must have only been meant for you, because I don't get that message. And that's the truth, you see. Anytime you need something, some sort of confirmation, some sort of reassurance, you have the availability, you have the power. You just got to put things aside and spend a little time to try and recover through a heightened loss of mind, a heightened loss of mind. Because it's like if God is at the end of the road, and you can see there's a clear seeing, then the message will come clear. But the road has to be empty, no trees, no people, no animals, no stories, no material stuff, no diamonds, jewels, money, none, all of that. Because when God gives the message, it's going to, like in science, you send a message on a hollow tube, the message becomes clear. Oh, if there's spikes and pieces of foam and stuff, the message, I don't, can you repeat, please? Can you repeat? No, God's not going to repeat. I'm using God as a name, as that what we are here to uncover, recover. God is yourself. Or God is light. Or God is consciousness. Or God is Brahman, absolute. Whatever is the end of the road, you'll make something out of it. You'll make a name out of it. But whatever is at the end of the road is truth. And it's available for everyone. So everything is okay is purely for this one. So you don't go out into the world and say, what's the problem, you know? So what that you're dying of cold in your house? It's okay. Of course it's not okay to the people who are suffering. But you know that when the heat is no longer in your home, it's okay. That's what it's meant to be. You find yourself homeless, it's okay. That's what it's meant to be. You win the lottery the next day, okay, that's what it's meant to be. There's no overwhelming joy or overwhelming despair. Because the message has been received. Everything, whatever is taking shape, taking place, for everyone, but you're the only one right now that sees it, so you keep it to yourself. Everything's okay. So this sharing is not a sharing of, you must believe this speaker. You must look at this speaker and follow this speaker's path and this suit, and this speaker will point you to way to what you already know, your path, your tunnel, your tube. Because each tube is differently, each road is differently, each sighting is differently, each experience is different. And when in this everything is okay, you have to go on with world. You have to go on with the heating and trying to maintain your home and all the same stuff, because that's what animalistically we do. Prehistorically we do. We survive. The body wants to survive. So you don't say to those that are struggling with their heating, everything's okay. You say, would you like some help? Is there something one can do? Can I give you some of my time? You don't say, I'll give you money. That's detrimental. You don't say, okay. They will let you know what they need. Not by their communication skills, but what is visible in front of you. If they're joking or if they're serious. We don't need words to see what takes place in the world. We don't need stories and understanding and logic to see what takes place in the world. The message within everything is okay means that all the stuff that we do is fluff. Fluff. Is education necessary? Well, before I went to education, my grandmother knitted this beautiful, beautiful pure wool jumper. It was perfect. It came from the most profoundly beautiful sheep skin. She knitted it with love. She knitted it with that need to give something that can maintain the warmth in her grandson's body. And then I went to school. And when I went to school, education, I got fluff all over it. Because education is just words and fluff. But before everything was okay, education was a necessity. How am I going to get a good job without a good education? But then I got a job, and then that became fluff. And then I received ideas, the mind received ideas to get a better job, and that was more fluff. And then I wanted to give something more to the world, and that was more fluff. And then I wanted to be selfish and go to art school and be a great painter, and that was a hell of a more fluff. And now I cannot see my grandmother's jumper anymore. There's so much fluff. So what you do is you go to God and you say, what do I do? And he says, remove the fluff. So you spend days and days and days picking this fluff off. And when it's complete, Christ says, look at you, beautiful, reborn. A reborn, pure, natural element that you were created as. That's one individual, human form with a mind that appears to be relatively stable's experience. And that's a parable, a story to describe what we do. We take on fluff. Some people love them. I don't like the jumper. I didn't like the jumper I got from my grandma. I wanted to create my own jumper. So I'll have some scientific fluff, some religious fluff, some educational fluff, some relationship fluff, some atheist fluff, some successful fluff, some powerful fluff. And they walk about with beautiful, individually loved jumpers. And that's okay. Because in their world, they also may say, well, you know what, but behind all this that's going on, everything's okay. We are all meeting with different jumpers on. Isn't that what life is? We're all appearing as different skin colors, hair colors, sizes, That's the human body, the human form. When it's seen as everything is the same, the human body is the same, it's just appearing with different jumpers on. You say, well, how can your jumper be better than my jumper? It's the same implement, it's the same usefulness. It's keeping us warm. It's keeping us alive. The skin in the body is keeping us alive. The jumper is keeping us alive. I'm calling this the jumper. When the jumper grows arms and legs, meaning when the jumper that grandmother knitted that didn't have a hood suddenly has a hood, suddenly has more stitched bits on. You're trying to make your own jumper. You're trying to make something different out of what you are. The hood then covers the head. The head, you start putting fluff on the head, and the head is the mind, and the mind is the fluff of intelligence and information, which is all based from the fluff from the jumper, from education, from parental guidance, from television, from books, from all sources. It starts here, and then it starts crawling up the head, and then it suffocates the head. And that's when it's realized, I can't breathe with this fluff. I can't think straight with this fluff. I have to remove this hood. And that's that fatal dark night of the soul. And so most meet up with someone who just says, look, just pull the hood down and let it rest. Don't cut it off. Just let it merge with that what is down below. This incredibly pure jumper. With fluff or without fluff, it matters not. Be proud of your jumper. Be proud of what grandmother knitted. Meaning, God, Christ. Be proud of your body. Watch the hood. And you'll be fine.